Hello and thanks for watching Gary Teaches Maths. I'm continuing to go through the Edexcel higher tier paper from 2018, and this is paper 3, and we're on question 12, which is a question about gradients. So we're given this graph which shows the volume of liquid in litres in a container at time t seconds. So it shows how the volume of liquid changes with time. We've got volume on the vertical axis there, and we've got time on the horizontal axis. So what we're asked to do is find the gradient of the graph. So gradient is given by the increase in the vertical axis, or the change in the y value, we could say, divided by the change in the x value. So if we take 2 points like this, then what we could do is we could draw a triangle beneath them. And if we find this distance here between these 2 points, that would be the change in the y distance. So if we look at the maximum value there, it's 16, and the minimum one was 4. So the change there is 16 take away 4, which is 12. If we do a similar thing for the horizontal change value, then what we've gone from 0 here up to 8. So that distance is actually 8. And the gradient is, as I said before, given by the change in y value, which was 12, divided by the change in x value, or time in this case, but x is the horizontal axis. So that is 8. And we can simplify that fraction. So if we divide top and bottom of the fraction by 4, what we'd end up with is 3 over 2. And we could actually write that as a decimal. And we can change this 3 over 2 into a decimal by dividing 3 by 2, like that, and using a bus stop. So we divide the top of the fraction by the bottom of the fraction. If we do that, then 2 goes into 3 once. It's got a remainder of 1. And what we have to do is add a 0.0 at the end there. And we say, well, we carry that 1 remainder onto the 0. So then we do 2's into 10, putting a decimal point above the decimal point in the question. 2's into 10 goes 5 times. So we can see that 3 over 2 can be written as 1.5. So that would be our gradient. So that's part A done. If we look at part B, explain what this gradient means. Well, what it's telling us is that for every second of time, the volume is going to increase by 1.5 litres. And in fact, we can add that as a unit for this gradient. So we can say it's 1.5 litres per second. Okay, so it's telling us that for every second of time, the volume of liquid is going to increase by 1.5. So we need to write that in. So every second, the volume will increase by 1.5 litres. Okay, so now we're looking at part C. Part C says the graph intersects the volume axis at L equals 4. And we can see that there. So this is the volume axis, the vertical one. You can see it intersects at 4 there. So it says explain what this intercept represents. Well, if we look at the time at that point, then that's the value on the horizontal axis, that's 0. So it's really saying that at time t equals 0, the volume of liquid was already 4 litres. Or in other words, we started off with 4 litres. So I would say it means that at time t equals 0, we already had 4 litres in the container. And that's it, we've done it. So I hope that's been helpful to you. If it has, please like our video and subscribe to our channel, which is Gary Teaches Maths. And for more help, look at our website, which is just appearing at the top now, and that's bestmathstutors.co.uk. Thanks for watching.